happy hump day. Your boy Hostel Yogi is coming at you from the beautiful and healing island of Koh Phangan, Thailand, with a magical yin yoga practice for 30 minutes. Good morning, and welcome to a progressive yin yoga experience. I'm Hostel Yogi, and this is the magic Pirates Beach on the island of Koh Phangan, Thailand. If you have a couple of blocks, I invite you to take them and place them close to your mat. It's not necessary. You can practice without props. Just modify accordingly. Begin in a seated position. Let's draw our eyes closed. Listen to the sounds furthest from the body. Settling into the space, letting everything go from the day. And listening to the sounds closer to the body. And if you're just waking up, settling in for some clarity, some direction for your day. Now we listen to the sounds nearest to the body or inside the body. You may find it easy to do this by following your inhale from your nostrils over the roof of your mouth, down the back of your throat, and into the belly, feeling the belly rise and feeling it fall back. And stay with your breath for a few more breaths here. Now I invite you to release any attention at all. Don't pay attention to your breath. It's unnecessary to pay attention to any sounds. Just complete awareness. And when you're ready, you may blink your eyes open. And we'll begin by placing the soles of our feet together. Heels can be any distance away from the body that you choose. This stretch is going to be for the groin or the inner thigh. The closer the heels are to the body, the more you'll feel it in the groin. The further the heels are from the body, you may get a bonus in the hamstrings. So perhaps you play with it. If you wish for a really deep groin stretch, you'll place your hands behind you and you'll scoot your butt forward closer to your heels even still. And place the hands in front of us, just settling in, allowing the body to get acclimated to this shape. And in your own time, perhaps you'll fingertip walk your hands forward a little bit more, gently bowing your head and letting your head hang heavy. And we're halfway through this posture. This time I invite you to fingertip walk your hands just a little bit further. Come a little bit deeper. Perhaps you find your forearms on the ground. And if you went too far in the beginning, feel free to back out as well. Always listening to your body throughout your practice. It will tell you what it needs. I invite you to honor that. Gently releasing the posture by walking your hands back towards your body. You'll take your feet, you send them forward. You'll find your way onto your back for a lying position. This is what we call the rebound. It's an opportunity to settle your body back into its natural state. Perhaps you place your right hand on your stomach, left hand on your heart. Just checking in with these two vital organs that give us life, breath, vitality. And gently bring the awareness back to the body by wiggling your fingers, your toes. And when you're ready, you'll find your way back upright. We're going to set up for a hamstring stretch. So all down the back of the right leg, you'll step your left foot over. You may get a bonus stretch on the left leg in your outer thigh or your IT band, maybe even in your piriformis. Take the left foot back close to the body. Don't force, don't pull too hard. Be gentle with yourself and just find where it needs to rest. You may place your hands in front of you, or you may interlock your forearms and use them as an anchor to hold yourself closer to your knee. And after a couple of breaths here, as the body becomes acclimated, you'll find yourself falling forward. You may also feel this behind the knee. You may even feel it in the back of the lower leg or the calf muscle. You're halfway through this side at this time. If you feel inclined, I invite you to take it a little bit deeper. Gently releasing the posture. Unbind your hands. Unstep your left foot. Place your hands behind you to center yourself on your mat again. Left leg goes long. Step your right foot over and find a comfortable position for your left foot. I like to hug mine in close to the body. Each body is different. Find out what works for yours. And again, you should feel this in the back of the upper leg, the hamstring. You may also feel it behind the knee and down into the lower leg or the calf. Find the position that's best for you and settle into stillness, drawing the eyes closed throughout the practice. Throughout each pose, take your awareness inside. YIN side, as we say in Yin Yoga. The head comes heavy, and you fall forward. Halfway through this side, if you went too deep, you can back out, or perhaps you choose to go a little bit deeper. Maybe you interlock your forearms and pull yourself just a little bit deeper, and then relax everything. Gently releasing the posture. Uncross your arms, place them behind you for stability. Unstep your right leg, and you'll make your way onto your back or any comfortable lying position for a rebound for 1 minute. Again, this is a nice opportunity to let the body settle back into its natural state. These long-held postures, you tend to feel a little bit vulnerable or fragile coming out of the pose. This is quite normal. This is why we take a rebound. And gently bring the awareness back to the body. You'll wiggle your toes, your fingers. You'll find your way onto your back in an upright seated position. The next posture we're going to take, you're going to come onto your hands and knees. Going to lay down on your stomach. This posture is a nice stretch for the rectus abdominis, your abdominals. It's also a back bend. Find yourself on your forearms And if the back bend is too strong with your legs together, perhaps you try widening your legs. This will decrease the back bend. Your head can be heavy to open up the back of the neck, or you can look up to open up the throat. We're halfway through this posture. If you wish for more of a back bend, maybe a little bit of yang energy in the middle of your yin, you may choose to come up onto your hands, pressing the ground away from you, increasing the stretch on your abdominals, increasing your back bend. If you are good where you're at and enjoying and marinating in that, feel free to stay where you were. Now may be a good time to look up at the sky or your ceiling, knowing the sky is outside. Just giving thanks. Thanks for another day to make a difference. Thanks for your breath. Thanks for the sun, even if you can't see it. Thanks for the radiating light. Thanks for the direction that you will enjoy for your day, this day and every day forward. Gently releasing the posture. If you were all the way up, you'll come back onto your forearms. You'll come back into tabletop position. And this time we'll take a rebound in child's pose of your choice. Just coming back and sitting on the heels. Your hands may be in front of you to relax the shoulders, and to stretch the shoulders rather. Your hands may come back to your sides to relax your shoulders. Just take a 1-minute rebound here. And gently coming out of the child's pose back onto your hands and knees. You'll bring your feet through. You'll end up on your butt in a seated position just for a moment. And this is where the blocks will come in handy. If you don't have blocks, books will work as well. You don't have to do the pose at all. This pose is going to be a mild back bend. It's also going to be for your hip flexors. You may feel it in your quads also. Come onto your back. You place both feet on the ground, and the block has 3 levels. low, medium, and high. If you've never done this pose before, start with low and see how it feels. Maybe after a minute you raise it to medium. You may even raise it to high. There's a fourth option, which is the low with one block and a medium or a high with another. But it can be quite intense, so if you're new to it, be easy with your body. Be gentle and let it see what it needs. Placing the block underneath your sacrum. That's that thick, flat bone just above your tailbone. Very safe place to place the block. And once you have it where you need it, you'll step your feet forward. Your hands may be down by your side, or you may choose to put your hands overhead. Overhead increases your back bend. Down by your side increases the stress on the upper front of your legs, or your hip flexors and your quads. And at the halfway mark, perhaps you decide to add another block, or if you went too tall in the beginning, maybe you lower yourself down. If you're adding a block, you'll step your feet up onto the soles of your feet. You place the second block underneath you at the desired height, making sure that it's on your sacrum. And you'll step your legs long again. We're gently going to release the posture by bringing the soles of our feet back to the ground, raising your butt up, removing any props, and you'll find your way onto a comfortable lying position for a rebound. 1 minute. Perhaps you place your right hand on your stomach, left hand on the heart. Gently bring the awareness back to the body. You'll stay on your back for this one. The final set of poses is going to be an easy twist, a simple twist. Your left leg will stay long. You'll step your right leg over, moving any props out of the way. Left hand goes on your right knee, and you'll just keep your back on the ground and you'll roll your right leg to the left. If it's available to you, your right arm will go long, and you'll look in the direction of your right arm. You may feel this in your legs, your glutes. It's a spinal twist. You may also feel a nice stretch in your chest and your upper arm. Side and back of the neck on the left. And gently releasing the posture by bringing your body back to neutral. Rolling onto your back and your butt. Unstep your right leg. Send your right leg long this time. Step your left foot over, making sure there are no props in your way. Right hand grabs the left knee. You roll to the right. You may hear some popping and some cracking. That's nature's chiropractor. Send your left arm long and look in the direction of your left arm if it's available to you. One side may be tighter than the other. This is usually the case. And just sit with it. Eyes closed. Awareness inside your body, perhaps at the sensations that arise, without any inner critic, no inner dialogue, just a simple presence. Gently releasing the posture by rolling back to a neutral position. You'll send your left leg long. We'll set up for the final pose of the day, Savasana. On your back or any comfortable position. If you're on your back, perhaps you take pentacle pose, sending your legs away from each other and your arms teed out to your side. It's an opportunity for each of your organs to remain at rest. Also to remind you, while everything is grounded on your backside, that someone or something always has your back. There's always a support system around you, if you're only willing to notice it. Gently bring the awareness back to the body. If you're satisfied and feeling so good, marinating in Shavasana, feel free to stay there. There's no need to close your practice just yet. For those of you ready to come out, start your day or end the day in peace, you'll gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe you find yourself rolling onto one side or the other. Coming into fetal position just for a moment. I invite you at this time to think of one thing that you are grateful for, and let that put a smile on your face. Now as you come up into a seated position, see that thing you're grateful for very clearly in your mind's eye, and let that smile grow just a little bit bigger. And as you feel that smile growing, perhaps you try and wear the biggest smile of the day, grinning ear to ear, smiling for all that you're grateful for, knowing all along that a smile is contagious. It is infectious in a positive way. It gives you the power to immediately change your day and the day of anyone around you simply by the free act of smiling. Let's bow our heads together, bowing our heads in gratitude and recognition for taking the time out of your busy day to practice, to make your life better, and ultimately to make the lives of those around you better. And I bow my head in gratitude and recognition for you sharing your practice with me. Namaste, yogis. Thank you. Thank you. This is my new channel, Hostel Yoga. I'm traveling the world. I'm on a 100-country tour teaching the healing gift of Yin Yoga. Many times I stay in hostels or small communities, guest houses. And so I invite you to like, share, and subscribe. I promise to bring you healthy, peaceful, holistic practices from beautiful places all over the world. Thank you. I love you all. Namaste.